I know people hear one rental at a time. Maybe you've read the book, maybe you've gone to the website, but I don't know that you really understand the power of one rental property. So I want Casey to share the story of her first rental property, what has transpired over time. I will go back and share the story of one rental of Norris Drive, which I talk about in one rental at a time. So Casey, tell us about that first rental and what has it done for you since you've owned it?
I will tell you that a lot of times people will say single family homes, no, they're bad. You got to get multifamily. You have to start off with this huge deal, this apartment complex, blah, blah, blah. And people really underestimate the power of single family rentals. I think a lot of times people want to get into this really low and cheap neighborhoods that aren't going to cash flow. Well, they will cash flow on paper, but they in reality, their cash flow is really low after all expenses. They don't appreciate very much. Their rents don't go up very much over time. And that maybe is why people say single family is not so great. The power in single family, the cash flow and just the value there is in buying in B class neighborhoods, buying in those neighborhoods that you'd probably live in. I could live in a B class neighborhood, no problem. C, no, I can go there, but I'm not living there. D, I'm not even driving through. But a B class neighborhood, I could live there if I had to. I mean, definitely, for sure, no problem. Great starter neighborhood. And that is the thing. So can you can you usually do the burn method in B class neighborhoods? Not usually. Why? Because you're not going to be able to cash flow at your ARV. Once you do a cash out refinance, you're not cash flowing anymore. So if you want to be in these great neighborhoods, right, where you're going to have amazing schools and six-figure income earners and you could totally live there, you're going to be buying properties that need some work and you're leaving your money in the deal. That's it. So there's nothing wrong with that. Is my cash on cash return amazing? No, I mean I put a big money down, 25%, and I do a rehab and I leave it there. But I'm not here for quick flips and turnarounds and what's my cash on cash, it's like I am buying properties forever. I am not going to ever sell some of my amazing properties. Like that's the intention. So our first rental property, and this is why single family rentals and even small multi, okay, are so powerful. Just one, when done right, can absolutely change your life. Our first rental property we bought was in 2016. It was a B class in a B class neighborhood. We bought it for $92,500. And we did a 20-year loan. Okay, I wouldn't do that again, but we did. I forget the interest rate, but it's somewhere in the 5% range, I'm pretty sure, or high fours. I think it's in the 5% range. And today we net after fixed expenses, and I will say I self manage $900 a month. That's what I put in my pocket every single month is $900.
Hmm.
A lot of freaking money for one house that I only put 20% down on of 92,500. This house also only needed about $2,000 in work. Like we painted it and cleaned it and maybe put in a new toilet. That was it. Since then, we have added a granite countertop and a backsplash and touch up paint, but that's it. We have not done major upgrades. The property is now worth $250,000, which is more than doubled since 2016. And our rent is about $1,600 there. So finding these amazing, just tiny little 3-1 too, you guys. This is not some great house. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. Bought it for $92,500. Why was this neighborhood so good? Why did the rents go up so high? Yes, rents went up a few years ago, right? But they went up more in the better neighborhoods. The lower end neighborhoods, they went up, but not as much. And I know this because I have houses in B and C class neighborhoods, literally 15 minutes apart from each other. And the rent increases did not go up the same in those neighborhoods. The C class neighborhoods went up, but not as much as the B class. So finding these properties in good neighborhoods, you're going to be able to pay your loan down faster if you choose because you're going to have higher cash flow. It's going to appreciate more. And that's really where you're going to get rich, not from your monthly cash flow. You're going to get rich in 10 years after you close your eyes and you wake up and your properties are worth over, $1 million+ for your portfolio. Like that's how you're going to make it, not from this little cash flow. But the 900 a month is really substantial. I feel that that is a life-changing amount when you can bring in an extra $900 net into your pocket. That really changes the game.
Yeah. And that story is what, 8 years? You bought in 16, it's 2023. So it's about,
2016.
yeah, so it's about 8 years. My journey for Norris Drive is 22 years in the making. So I'll try to go through this, and I had to sketch it out on a paper for you. So back in 2001, and you can look this up on Zillow, 1818 East Norris Drive, 93703. I buy it for 107 grand. I eventually 1031 it by selling it at 269. But let's walk through what happened while I owned it. So I buy it for 107. I put 20% down. Let's say it's 20 grand for easy math. It cash flows about 200 bucks a month. About a year and a half or 2 years later, because of appreciation, I was able to do a cash out refi. I did a cash out refi. I didn't know any better. I did it to the max. I actually produced negative cash flow. Never do that. Bad, bad, bad. But that's what I did. Rates went down, but I took out 40 grand. So remember, I put 20 in. I just got 40 grand back. So I took out my deposit plus 20 grand. What did I do with that 40 grand? I bought two more properties. I bought a property on Terrace and another one on Simpson. So fast forward another 2 years. I'm tired of negative cash flow. I now sell Norris Drive, which again, you can see on Zillow for 269. I don't sell it. I 1031 it into a building on Vassar, which I still own today. Again, none of my own money. That's all new equity. The property on Simpson and Terrace, I 1031 out of those into a 13-unit apartment. Again, none of that's my money. So though that first property was used to produce, I think, 18 units, over $1 million, and none of my own cash in the deal. Cash flows, I don't know, 4 or 5 grand or whatever it is in these units. The key to wealth is owning assets for a long time. And the key to wealth is making a couple of strategic moves, right? I sold all my houses. All my 8 houses went bye-bye in 2006 because we had a bubble. But I didn't sell and cash out. I 1031. Then, rents went up and rents exploded the last couple of years. So again, one house, done a couple of moves, has become, I don't know, 18 units and a lot of money. So again, it is possible. My journey's 22 years. Your journey was 8. This is not 8 minutes, 8 weeks, 8 months. It's 8 years and 22 years. But it really can do some amazing things for you if you hold it.
I think so too. I think people underestimate the value of one successful property, holding it. People want instant gratification. How can I quit my job tomorrow? This measly 300 a month cash flow, whatever, is not enough money. It's like, this is not an overnight thing, guys. This is learn how to do it right. And then just take your time and do to get another. Take your time, keep your job. There's really no rush in quitting. You're going to be so bored. If you're a young person, you quit, what are you going to do? You're going to go make money doing something. You just will. You would just be too bored to sit around, be lazy like that. So use your job to create more money. Use it to buy more properties, buy them in good areas, get 30-year fixed loans, hold on to them. And if you have a plan like you did, Michael, of, hey, let's 1031 this into something bigger, that's amazing. Do that, use it. Just one house, with our $20,000 down we each put in, has created something amazing.
Pretty cool. Well, Casey, where can people find you?
People can find me everywhere at Brick by Brick Wealth, and even YouTube.
There you go. Thank you so much, Casey.